born to win, born to win. I say I was born to win. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. I say I jump over it. The whole you did for me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. The whole you did for me, I jump over it. They will see it. I said they will, yeah. Say you forced to let me. You know let me say you forced to let me. You forced to let me. You know let me say you forced to let me. Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When I can go here with eat you. And when I feed it with hurt. Oh yeah. When I need it with ju. Yes, sir. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you was born to win, yeah. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. I say I jump over it. The whole you did for me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. The whole you did for me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. I say your time, now your time, nobody can stop it. I say your time, now your time, nobody can stop it. They can do what they do, and they can talk all they talk. They can do what they do. Hey, turn the fire the person, Holy Ghost fire the person. Turn the fire the person. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. Born to win. Born to win. I say you were born to win, yeah. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. They will see a koro with a big apple. They will see a koro with a small apple. They will see a koro with a big apple. They will see a koro with a small apple. Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. I say your time, now your time, nobody can stop it. I say your time, now your time, nobody can stop it. I say I jump over it. The whole you did for me, I jump over it. All I did was win, 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 win. All I did was win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you were born to win, yeah. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you were born to win, yeah.
Highly spiritual.
Mansa, yeah, Mansa, mi go mu agodi dansa. Nansa nije wa minim da meba. Zodo wa minim da meba o. Na go imedie. Mansa mi na si kwa so mi ba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti yeni Yepenu mediri Yenza Yenzo Yeunamuna yenza Uni museni jenaba Eko fewe busu ya fonyi nabra Eni obi ya shakone biya Zame umida kubia mawasi ya kumie We'll be baby, so I dream me, I'm me, what on me. I'm proud of Zane nije etinu mumba munsamami Mumbru chini ane na minte Maumensi anunzu na minte Bomizengu Kewa bomizengu Nakoi medie dia Mansa minaisi kwa suwa mibae Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti yenye Yepenu medie Nakoi medie dia Mansa minaisi kwa suwa mibae Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti yenye Yepenu medie Nobani obajo Yamonya nyuake bani bajo Ejaje no fiane jaje Yamonya nyuake bani bajo Bani obajo Yamonya nyuake bani bajo Yake ameli yake wonje Omeno mechilie Tuza kwa yebedi yenia yebedi yeba yeba Nakoi medie dia Mansa minaisi kwa suwa mibae Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti yenye Yepenu medie Nakoi medie dia Mansa minaisi kwa suwa mibae Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti yenye Yepenu medie Yobani obajo
Okay. Okay, we're very sorry. There was a glitch somewhere, and we got that fixed. So I want to say thank you for being there. My name is Gibson Jerome, and I will always be here once it's time for me to be here. I believe I want to say welcome to my friend and brother, Saye Francis D. Say, hey Gibson, how are you doing? It's been a while. Yes, I know it's been a while, and I hope that we are live already in Zwedru or Grand Jeddah County. Maybe you want to let me know if we are. So you say you can start. Does that mean we are live? I want to know, and then I will be able to tailor my conversation just as is. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking first. We want to say thanks to all of you supporters of Tiawan said Gongloe. This year, some of you have never seen me supporting a political candidate because I'm not used to doing that. But today, or openly supporting, maybe I was in the background supporting some political candidate, but openly supporting political candidate. I have not been used to doing that. I've been a journalist, and so I thought I should remain as a journalist all the time. At some point in time in your life, you have to grow to a certain level, and you can see that I've grown to a level where I can decide to get engaged into politics, and this is not fun. Politics is not for kids, so I'm very much aware, and I know what it means when people are involved in politics. So I'm so glad I'm here now. AB, our man in Zwedru have been feeling well, so we didn't come up. We came up, but we were not live in Grand Jeddah. So, but we still believe that AB is well now, and we say thanks to God for AB, because trust me, if AB is not well, we all are not happy about that. And he had an accident. All right, he had an accident, and the accident was bad, but we thank God that he was saved. These kind of things, you don't play with it, because trust me, if something had happened to him, we all are going to regret it. We're going to feel it, and thank God that nothing happened to AB. And AB, thank you for being there. We thank God for you. We hope that. Okay, thank you. I think we are live. Happy about that. Let me see. Okay, so we are live. We are live on our side. We will get signal from AB as soon as he can. John Wompie said, Councillor Gongloe will never be president of Liberia. Don't waste your time, Papi. You can't make it. I like people like John Wompie because he controls the destiny of people in Liberia, right? He controls the destiny of people in Liberia. John Wompie, if you are a supporter of George Weah, you need to answer a few questions. When George Weah contested for the presidency for the first time, if George Weah was so popular, like you said, why didn't he win? Why didn't he win the second time? So, you thought George Weah was going to win at the first time he went, but he didn't win. So that shows that nobody controls the destiny of another person. And there's no impossibility that Councillor Gongloe cannot give George Weah a one-term president. Nobody thought Joe Biden was going to beat Donald Trump, because Donald Trump, he had the support. You see the rallies he goes to and stuff like that. People thought that he was going to massively beat Joe Biden. And at the end of the day, Joe Biden beat Donald Trump. He's coming back again. I don't know how he can win. I'm a Trumpist, but I don't think it's a good idea for Trump to come back in the race, because he's going to reinvigorate people who do not like him. He's going to reinvigorate people who wanted him out, or the never Trump people in the Republican Party. They are never Trump. They are never Trumpers in the Republican Party, never Trumpers in the entire United States. People who work against Donald Trump becoming president. So yeah, he's going back again. I don't know. Trust me, I don't think he can win. But President Gongloe will not win. John Wompie, I'm sorry, you are wrong, because you don't control the destiny of George Weah. You don't control the destiny of Tiawan Gongloe. You don't control the destiny of anybody, therefore. And I'm not surprised to hear people saying this, because Liberian people, they got a certain mindset. We had a meeting. We had some group of Gongloe supporters, high levels Gongloe supporters recently. We had a meeting, and the issue came up about Gongloe becoming vice president, and I'm like, oh God, why did this thing come up? There's no way people like me, y'all created George Weah in 2005. No, I didn't create George Weah. 2005, I was a journalist. I was keeping George Weah feet to the fire. 2011, I was in America. I was not participating in any election. So let's say that for now, and then let's leave it. So the conversation came on and said, the people say when Councillor Gongloe will make a decision as to whether he's going to be vice president or somebody, some of you will be able to participate in that decision making. So what do you think? What do we think? Do we advise Councillor Gongloe to go as VP to someone? Look, let me tell you. Look, I told the people point blank. Let me just tell you now, anybody, the day Councillor Gongloe decide to go VP, I am out. I just telling you now, I'm out. The day you hear that Councillor Gongloe is VP to anybody, no, I'm done. I believe in him more than any of these political people. I don't want to call names. These politicians are around here. Gongloe is far more competent, qualified, and focused than any of the people you see. So the day I told the people, I said, the day Councillor Gongloe decide, German, that he's going to be vice president to anybody, I'm out. You know why I'm out? I'm out because nobody can beat George Weah to the ballot except Councillor Gongloe. I'm telling you, and I have the model to let you know, nobody can beat George Weah to the ballot box except Councillor Gongloe. Now, we have three political presidential hopeful or presidential candidates right now that everybody is looking at. So John Wampio say, what is Councillor Gongloe net worth? Jesus Christ. I'm not even responding to that. So let me move on. So here's the thing. If there are three politicians right now that are presidential candidates, that's Joseph Yuma Boakai, former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Alexander B. Cummings, former businessman and former vice president of the Coca-Cola International, and Tiawan Saye Gongloe, former president of the Liberian Bar Association. Liberian Lawyers Association, former president of Liberian Lawyers Association, former minister of labor who resigned openly because the Ellen Johnson government was not proceeding rightly. Former special assistant to the former interim president Amos Saye. From managing partner of the Gongloe Associates. We're looking for people who know leadership, people who are being leadership, and not just leadership outside, but leadership on the ground. Leadership on the ground. That's what we're talking about. But let me tell you, those of you who are watching me, those of you who are listening, and those of you who will watch the video later, those of you who are in Grand Jada. Now I don't know if how you call it, Abraham, I want a confirmation that we are live, so I know what I'm saying when I want to say something. Because when I'm live in Grand Jada, there are some things I want to say for Grand Jadans to hear. AB, if you are listening to me, I want you to confirm if I'm live in Grand Jada now. If I'm live in Grand Jada now, that's a good thing. Then I know what I'm saying, because there are some things I want to say for Grand Jadans to hear. Okay? So just text me as usual. Just put a message as usual and say we are live, and then I know. That's what you usually do. For now, we are on our Facebook and YouTube channel. For those of you who want to watch on YouTube, you can also go to YouTube and find my channel, and you're gonna watch it live as you are watching it now. So here is the thing. Let me tell you the variable going to contest against George Weah. And I can tell you right now that Councillor Gongloe is the only person who has the capability, the constituencies, the ability to beat George Weah to the ballot box, unlike Cummings and VP. Now, we're not bad-mouthing our opposition friends. We're not going to bad-mouth our opposition friends. But we are definitely going to tell you, okay? We're definitely going to tell you exactly how we look at the race. So for some of you, if you're going to vote on that day, don't make mistake to vote for Joseph Boakai or Alexander Cummings. Vote for Tiawan Gongloe because he is the only person who can beat George Weah. And I'll tell you right now how he is going to beat George Weah. Oh, God, who is this? Hello? Yes, I'm on the radio. I'll call you back. I'm in my office if you want to come. Okay, I will text it to you now. So, sorry guys, the sheriff's office, they want to bring something for me. So let me text my office address to the sheriff. 15 South 21st Street. All right. Suite 207. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. You know, this Sheridan, when they get something for you, you can't delay. That's not a letter from me. All right. So I'll tell you how Councillor Gongloe going to win. Let's take it. I'm not going to talk about Gongloe first. I'm going to talk about the other people first, so you will know how the chances that Councillor Gongloe has. So you can know the chances that Councillor Gongloe has. So let's talk about Alexander Cummings. Let's start with Alexander Cummings. How is Alexander Cummings going to beat George Weah? How? I want you to type here, those of you who are here, I want you to type a variable by which Alexander Cummings is going to beat George Weah. Because I'm going to tell you the variable by which Councillor Gongloe is going to beat George Weah. So if you have a variable by which Councillor Gongloe, Alexander Cummings is able to beat George Weah, I want you to tell me here so I can learn from you. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no pathway for the victory of Alexander Cummings. And I call him honorable. So we respect them. They are our opposition friends. We respect them. We're not trying to put them down, but we're telling you what the viability of each of them to be able to win. Well, they can say in a camp that Gongloe does not have a pathway, but they will not tell you the variable by which they will win. But we will tell you the variable by which we will win. So Alexander Cummings does not have a variable. He does not have a pathway. Now, here's the thing. So in Liberia, politics in Liberia is basically if you have a county that has a lot of vote, you depend on that vote. We can see the examples in the past election when Samuel Doe contested, the entire Grand Jury voted for Samuel Doe. When Jackson F. Doe contested, the entire Nema County voted for Jackson F. Doe. When Charles Bronski contested, the entire Bassa voted for Charles Bronski. When Joseph Yima Boakai contested, the entire Lofa voted for him. Okay? The only person who does not have a county of more votes, but he still won because of other people's sympathy. All right? I call that vote sympathy. It's George Weah. Because Grand Cru, where he come from, could not make him president. But county like Nema, county like Grand Jury, like Lofa, like Bassa, like Monserrato, those people voted for George Weah because they believed at the time that George Weah would have done the job. Anybody can vote for George Weah because George Weah was taught to be able to do the job, right? You can't blame sedition for voting, especially the Zogos in the street there, or the marketers, or market women, market men, market children, whatever you call them. We can't blame them for voting for George Weah because at the time, George Weah impressed them that he was going to do better. Unfortunately, George Weah didn't do better. He had forgotten the struggle. He forgot how he got there. He forgot who put him there. He forgot what he's supposed to do. Government is now upside down in the sense that it is corrupt, and the people who are supposed to be the decision makers in the government, some of them have been sanctioned by the U.S. government. The first time in our history for a cabinet minister to be sanctioned by the U.S. government, that you are corrupt and you cannot come to America. We never had that kind of situation. Only in George Weah's government that we have seen it today. So when we look at Alexander Cummings, he does not have a pathway to become president against George Weah. And I'll tell you why. Maryland cannot make him president. Maryland cannot make him president. Because Maryland does not even have vote. Maryland, Sano, Grand Crew, River G, put all of their vote together and not even reach to NEMA vote. Put all of the vote together in the South. I don't think about Grand G. Grand G have 68,000 votes. So the 68,000 vote, that's a lot of vote. Some of them got 15,000, some of them got 10,000. They all of them put all of them together, they don't reach NEMA vote. NEMA is in 400 plus, right? So let's look at Alexander Cummings, and I'm going to talk about Joseph Boakai. And that's what the reason I'm talking about it is when you go on that day, you want someone to go run up with George Weah who can beat George Weah. So if you go and vote, if you have your ballot in your hand, you want to ask yourself a question. I want to vote for Joseph Yima Boakai. Does he have a pathway to beat George Weah? I want to vote for Alexander Cummings. Does he have a pathway to beat George Weah? That's the question you want to ask yourself. And we're going to discuss the pathway right now. So Alexander Cummings, first of all, if Alexander Cummings goes against George Weah, we lost NEMA. By the time you hear that George Weah is on one-on-one with Alexander Cummings, NEMA falls for George Weah. Because why? The NEMA people already are tilted toward George Weah. Because Prince Johnson is impressing on them that George Weah is better to stay with George Weah than, quote-unquote, the man he have been describing as homosexual. I'm not saying it, please. I'm just telling you what Prince Johnson said. I'm not here to bomb off any of the opposition. But I'm just telling you, Prince Johnson already started telling NEMA people Cummings is a homosexual. He ain't got no evidence. There's no evidence to produce that because of Cummings' interview. He is deducing that Cummings is a gay and all of that. He's already telling NEMA people, and my people cannot vote for a gay to be president of Liberia. Then he said, for you to can't spoil the children, but all the kind of stuff that Prince Johnson said. So I'm not trying to say all of those to demean Prince Johnson, to demean Cummings, or to even derogatorize his name. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just telling you how NEMA is going to fall for George Weah if Cummings goes against George Weah. Now, Cummings does not have political constituency in most of the counties. In fact, in Mosorado County, if George Weah is out of the race, let's take George Weah out of the race. Gongloe, Cummings, Boakai, when they go to the election in Mosorado County, Gongloe is going to beat them flat. You know why? Because most of the students in Liberia who are got into trouble with the government of Liberia, they are being represented by Councillor Gongloe, and they are being released from jail by Councillor Gongloe. He is a fighter for the student community. Now, who the student know in Monrovia more than Gongloe? In fact, he going to the university campus to when he returns, he's going to be speaking to them. That his alma mater, and at the same time, that the place he knows better. He knows the politics at the University of Liberia better. The students in Liberia know Gongloe more than any of these people. They can identify with Gongloe more than any of these people. Now, that's number one. The human rights community in Liberia is understanding. They understand Gongloe. They know him. They know his capability. They know his decency. The Liberian people know in Mosorado County. I'm talking about Mosorado. I'm not talking about any other place. If Gongloe and Boakai and Cummings go in Mosorado County, Gongloe is going to beat them all flat down because he well known in Mosorado County. He is more respected in Mosorado County than any of the politicians. So if Cummings goes against George Weah, we lost NEMA. We lose NEMA completely. Nima is going to vote for George Weah. And if Nima votes for George Weah, communists will not have the ability to beat George Weah, because here is the second reason. The first reason was communists, the third reason, communist does not have a solid political constituency that can push him no matter what. Number two, if communist goes against George Weah, Nima will vote for George Weah. When Nima votes for George Weah, it will be a big determinant of who wins the election. And then George Weah will be president for the second time. So if you don't want George Weah to be president for the second time, you ain't going to vote for communists, right? You're going to vote for Gongloe so that Gongloe can go one-on-one with George Weah, and then Gongloe is going to beat him. Here's the third reason. Why Gongloe will beat George Weah and communists will not beat George Weah. Communists and Unity Party, they are at lockerhead. The entire ANC and Unity Party, they are at lockerhead. You know it, I know it. Boakai and communists, they are at lockerhead. Boakai testified against communists in a court on criminal matter that could have sent communists to jail and end his political life completely. He went and testified on behalf of the government against communists. That thing is incoming. He hit Boakai, the ground Boakai is walking on. The entire ANC will never vote for Boakai, and the entire Unity Party will never vote for communists, because what? They are at lockerhead. So the third reason is, if communists go against George Weah, the entire Unity Party, or half or more than half of the Unity Party, will vote for George Weah, because Joseph Boakai will now vouch. Joseph Boakai will now vouch for communists. We will not say, all partisans of the Unity Party, we want you to throw your weight behind communists because he has beef with communists. Therefore, he will want communists to lose. It will bring Joseph Boakai pleasure to see communists being defeated at the election. They don't want communists to win. They see communists as a newcomer. That's number 4 reason. I don't want to go there. So the third reason is, Unity Party is going to either split, and more than half of it going to vote for George Weah, and a very few who may understand the dynamics of opposition politics will vote for communists, and communists is going to crash right before George Weah. Number 4, let's look at the political dynamics. If communists and Joseph Boakai are at lockerhead, if ANC and Unity Party are at lockerhead, and you go and cast a ballot for communists, it means you are just allowing George Weah to win. You are just pure blind. You are just telling George Weah to win. Anyone who goes to the ballot, let me tell you today, and I'm sorry I got to say this because I have to be assertive on this one here. If you go to the ballot box and you vote for communists and you don't vote for Gongloe, you are absolutely telling George Weah to win, because it's going to be impossible. The impossibilities for communists to beat George Weah is higher than for Gongloe to beat George Weah. So they may get political constituency that will push him. Then also, there's no way that Nima can vote for George Cummings in this runner-up. Well, first of all, before the runner-up, Nima is going to be split between George Weah and Gongloe. Gongloe is going to take from 65 to 80% of Nima County will vote for Gongloe, and the rest of the 20% will be shared by George Weah and the rest of the opposition. That's the fact. That's something that I'm very sure of. Based on our information coming from the ground, Nima is ready to push one of the most qualified, most competent, most viable, most respected, the cleanest politician in the Liberian politics. Nima is producing someone that has no competition, has no competitive or comparison. Nima is producing a candidate that has no comparison in the Liberian political scene right now as we speak. There's no one you can call and you say, this man has been tested and the man has passed the test. Gongloe has passed the test. And Nima is proud of it. And Nima will not look at themselves and make fool of themselves to say, we're not going to vote for Gongloe, we're going to vote for George Weah. No, any by George Weah, then you don't know the worth of Nima County. So commies cannot beat George Weah. You can see that. I'm sorry I have to say that. And those of you who will not listen, go ahead and do what you want to do. But when the time comes and what I'm saying comes to fruition, you will have yourself to blame. If George Weah and commies go one-on-one in the runner-up, George Weah is president for second term. And I just told you 3 variables by which George Weah will beat him. But let's look at Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai has Lofa County. Now, I talk about the constituency. I talk about commies not lacking the political constituencies that can push him. But Joseph Boakai had political constituency that could have pushed him. But guess what happened? The CDC penetrated Joseph Boakai defenses. They went into Lofa County. They saw seeds of discord. They differentiated between a kissy man. The CDC politics is terrible. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what they did in Nima, in Lofa County. I was talking to one of the Lofians, sedition who campaigned in Lofa. And this is what they did. Some of you don't know, but I'm telling you now. When they went to Lofa County, they went to the Loma Belt and they told their elders and say, are you going to vote for Gizzy Man? You think the Gizzy Man get a heart for the county? So they go to Mende people and say the same thing. They go to Pele people because Pele people in Lofa County say the same thing. So what they did was they broke down the defenses of Joseph Boakai. That is why the last senatorial election that took place, that's why Joseph Boakai's supporters lost the people he supported. That's why they lost, because the people, when CDC went in there, they didn't go there with handshake. They went there with iron fist. And they broke down CDC, they broke down Joseph Boakai's defenses. Right now, I can tell you for 100% sure that Joseph Boakai will not win Lofa as he won it the last time. If Joseph Boakai would win Lofa this time, it will be less than 60%. It will be less than 50%. The last time, you were all the way up, almost close to 75. This time, the seditions have broken down their sons and daughters of CDC who went in there and told their people and said, this man cannot represent you. In fact, they made sure that they differentiated Joseph Boakai from the rest of Lofa. So if the Loma man sees Joseph Boakai, he's not seeing Joseph Boakai as a fighter for the Loma people. When the Pele man sees Joseph Boakai, he's not seeing Joseph Boakai as a fighter for the Pele people. When the Kissy man, let's say, when the Bele man sees Joseph Boakai, he's not seeing Joseph Boakai as a, Bele people in Bopolu now, right? They are in how do you call it? Bapolo County now, right? And some of them they are still in Lofa there. They don't see Joseph Boakai as a fighter for the Bele people. When you see the Bani people, you're not seeing the Bani people don't see Joseph Boakai as a fighter of the Bani people. They went in there, broke down the pieces that Joseph Boakai was depending on. So if you think Joseph Boakai still got Lofa, then you are making a mistake. Now, but let me give it to him. Let me give it to him as a political constituency that can push him. Let me give it to Joseph Boakai. So he's different from commies a little bit. He got political constituency that can push him. But the political constituency has been tampered with. But whether a tampered with or not, we're going to give it to him. Here is the next thing, the second reason why Joseph Boakai cannot beat George Weah. I told you the main political constituency was tampered with. It's broken down. So he cannot depend on it like way he depended on it in the last election. The people have already made a distinction. They've made a troubled distinction between Joseph Boakai, the Kissy man, and the rest of the people. That's what they did. But here's the second reason. Now, I want you to answer. If you are here, I want you to be honest with me and tell me. I want all of you to be honest if you are here. Do you believe that if Joseph Boakai will Cummings urge the ANC people to vote for George Weah in their masses? I want you to please be honest and say yes or no. Do you really believe that Cummings will say, I am calling on all partisans, supporters, sympathizers of the Alternative National Congress to cast your ballot for Joseph Boakai? Go all out to vote for Joseph Boakai. Do you really believe that Cummings can do that? Somebody, Julius Banto, say yes. Julius, I don't believe that. Cummings will never, looking at what Joseph Boakai did to diminish Cummings. No, let me tell you what Joseph Boakai did to diminish Cummings. It's not just by the court case. Joseph Boakai, Bernard Ure, and other insiders of the Liberty Party, other leaders of the Liberty Party, they felt that Cummings was young, not young per se, was new. Therefore, Cummings should not be the one who can be the standard bearer for the CPP, which is why CPP broke down today in the first place. If CPP had not broken down, maybe when they go for convention, the possibility of Joseph Boakai becoming standard bearer was going to be slim. Because you know why? Cummings were going to fight for a delegate vote. They were going to ask for delegates. And it's going to be equal delegates that go into the convention. And that time, Joseph Boakai does not have money. Cummings has money. He can buy any amount of vote. You know what Taylor did to the progressive those days? During the 1997 election, you know what he did? I remember when we went for a press conference that day. Yeah, Telvin Thompson said, never and never will ever Cummings tell the ANC to go and vote for Joseph Boakai. I believe you on that. I disagree with Julius Banto. I will bring Julius Banto here. He's one of the sympathizers of the Gongloe, but he's playing the devil's advocate right now. We'll bring him here so you hear Julius Banto. He's a grandchildren too. He's one of the grandchildren who is telling grandchildren people that you have shown your love to George Weah. What else is left? He doesn't give a heck about you. Let's try somebody else and see what the president is going to do. So Joseph Boakai, he will never get his support from Cummings and the ANC. So what will happen if Joseph Boakai cannot get the support of Cummings and the ANC? There's a split in the opposition. Well, let me just tell you now, Councillor Gongloe, as the way he looks, he's going to back anybody who comes runner up. He's not going to tell anybody. He's not going to tell anybody who will support us and say, oh, you know, all members of Liberian People's Party and all Gongloe global movement. I don't want you. You can choose who you want to support. I don't have any specific person to support. He will never do that. He's a man of commitment to the cause of removing George Weah. Now, the cause of removing George Weah has a deeper reasoning than the one that you people are looking at, that Councillor Gongloe understands. The cause of removing George Weah is not about because I Cummings or I Joseph Boakai. That's not what Councillor Gongloe is thinking. The cause of removing George Weah is embedded and rooted in the man's understanding that Liberia deserves better. Not those cliche, those parochial understanding of politics. Oh, I'm not Cummings, therefore I'm with Cummings, therefore I can't support Joseph Boakai. Cummings and Joseph Boakai, they want to eat each other hair, therefore no, that's not how Councillor Gongloe understands the cost of removing George Weah. The cost of removing George Weah is about understanding the deep-rooted reasoning that George Weah is a menace to the progress of Liberia. And Gongloe wants to change the trajectory the country is now in. He wants to create a new pathway for the country to be better again, so that we can look at the country and say, I'm a Liberian. I'm a Liberian. How many of you can talk about you are Liberian right now? When you listen, in my classmates, usually we communicate, right? We communicate, go in our chat room, we discuss, and one of my classmates asked a question. You think that people are not monitoring Liberia? African, you have no reason to think about it. He's a white guy, and the guy said, "Hey, Gibson, is your government going well?" That's how he started the conversation. And I didn't disappoint him. I said, "Not really well. It started on the nice pace, but they all kind of swaying themselves. They're leaving the course and they are going astray." He said, "That's true." He said, "Because I just read from the Department of Treasury website, because when you say you're a Liberian, I just read that your country cabinet ministers are rogues." That's how he put it. He didn't even say corrupt. He said they are rogues. Look, these things, I can't call myself Liberian easily because of the name George Weah that is hanging over the country. The government is corrupt. The government is dilapidated in character, in political character, and everything. Yeah, it's a white man or student, a classmate of mine, international relations. And the man is telling me that he read that my cabinet ministers are rogues. Is that what some of you want to hear continuously? But listen to me. If the Council of Gongloe becomes the president of Liberia, you will love to be called a Liberian. You will love to be called a Liberian because this man has exemplified himself as the T-H-E. He has exemplified himself as the reputable representative of the Liberian people. And he has exemplified that every time, everywhere, anytime. So you think Joseph Boakai can beat George Weah to the ballot bag? I gave you the first one. The first reasoning was Joseph Boakai political constituency have been tampered with. He cannot boast of it anymore than he boasted of it in the last election. But just because of the sake of argument, I give it to him. He got Lofa County. And Lofa has 160 something votes that he can rely on. Let's go further. Number two, I told you that there's no way the opposition is going to crack open, and George Weah is going to go in between there and woo voters from there. Because why? Vice President Boakai and Honorable Cummings, they will never support each other. ANC will never throw their weight behind Joseph Boakai. This is a man who testified for the government of Liberia to go for Cummings to go to jail. Because in criminal matters, that jail is the result. I'm not trying to bam up the opposition. I'm telling you, when you go vote on that day and you go and cast your vote for Boakai or Cummings, you are not removing George Weah from the presidency. You are actually entrenching him. So if you have a vote to cast it for Councillor Gongloe, because he is the only person who has the pathway to beat George Weah to the ballot box. I'm going to tell you in a little bit after I'm done with Joseph Boakai. Julius Banto say he disagree with me. I mean, I can bring you on, and then you argue your point. I can bring you on and you argue your point, my brother. So I will put the number there so you can come on and tell me why Lofa. Why do you think Lofa is still strong and it's not fragile? It's not fragile as strong as it was, and it's not fragile now because the seditions have gone in there and played dirty politics in Lofa County that that VP Boakai is incapable of winning Lofa the way he won it before. Well, he will still win Lofa though. Like I said it earlier, he will still win Lofa. But you know and I know that he will not win the 74 or 73% that he won before. He's going to drop down to 50 or 60%. And that is a plus if George Weah goes against him, because George Weah is going to pinch most of the vote out of there. And the problem is he does not have the support of Cummings because of what he did to Cummings. This is reality. That what they did, they made the choices. I'm talking about it because I want to talk about it. They made their choices. They decided to do. Joseph Boakai decided, he made a choice to go and become a government lawyer to go against Cummings, to testify in a criminal case against Cummings. That criminal case, if guilty, he would have gone to jail. And what would have happened to his political career? So Cummings knows about it. There are people who are lawyers in Cummings camp. They know what happened. They know that Cummings would have gone to jail and it would have ended his political career forever. They will never forgive Joseph Boakai. And even if they forgave Joseph Boakai, most of them will say, no, I'm not going to vote for Joseph Boakai. I'd rather vote for George Weah than for Joseph Boakai. This may almost put Cummings in jail. So then where are we? Where are we? We made George Weah second time president because we voted for Joseph Boakai. But let me put you a little bit more. Maybe I need to put you a little bit more to tell you why Joseph Boakai cannot beat George Weah to the ballot box. Only Council of Gongloe can do that. If George Weah goes against Joseph Boakai, Nima falls on Joseph Boakai. On George Weah. If Joseph Boakai goes one-on-one in the runner-up with George Weah wins. Nima will fall for George Weah in their numbers. If you don't take time, let me tell you now, if you don't take time, George Weah might win 80% of Nima County if Joseph Boakai go against George Weah. Because Prince Johnson has already laid the foundation that Joseph Boakai is not the person to vote for in Nima County because he was there 12 years. Now he wants to come back to present himself as a clean man. Not my words, Prince Johnson's words. Now, I'm not trying to buy him up. I keep saying the same thing over and over because I want some of you to get out of here when you go and say Gibson said he was not trying to buy him up the opposition. I heard somebody the other day, an ANC person was dissecting the political climate, and they were talking about Councillor Gongloe. They didn't know what to say about Councillor Gongloe. They don't say he's bad, they didn't say he did, but he's good, he's a good guy, he's competent, he's qualified, he is a credible man, he's a clean man, but he must be vice president. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with these people's brains? How can you talk all these good things about the man, but the man must be vice president? Why you cannot say the same thing about your own candidate? Now, I'm being serious here. The things you say about Gongloe, nobody can say about their candidate. I can stand here and tell you all the good things about Gongloe, but nobody can stand before me and say the same thing about their candidate. That makes Gongloe come number one among his peers. That makes Gongloe come number one among his peers. I can sit here and tell you Gongloe is clean with my face way up. But nobody can come here and tell me Joseph Boakai is clean with face up. I can come here and say Gongloe has been tested and proven. Nobody can come here and say Cummings have been tested and proven because he has not. Look, when you serve in government in Liberia, government is lucrative. Government is lucrative. So anyone who goes to government, they when they see the grease, they are unable to leave the grease. Only one man who saw the grease, looked at the grease, and told the grease to hell with you, and back out away from the grease. The only man that had done it willingly without a president coercing him to do it was Councillor Tiawan, Saye, Gongloe. Can you say that of anybody in Liberia? You can't say that. So The third reason is if Joseph Boyka go against Gongloe, George Weah, Nima will go for George Weah. So why are we wasting our time? If we want to make George Weah one-time president, why we waste our vote on Boyka? Why we waste our vote on Cummings? Why now we put our vote so that Councilor Gongloe can go one-on-one with George Weah and beat the crazy out of George Weah out of the presidency? Why? Why we vote? Why you waste your vote to put anybody of Gongloe, Cummings or Boyka to make them go one-on-one with George Weah and George Weah will beat them? Why would you want to waste your vote? This is why I'm appealing to all of you. If you are hearing me tonight, Jola Bando, I'll soon put a number up. Don't worry. I'll soon put a number up. If you are hearing me tonight, I want you, please, don't waste your vote. Don't waste your vote. I will tell you in Gongloe can beat George Weah hands down. We only need your support. Because the political dynamics for Gongloe to beat George Weah is big. It's bigger. Now, I'll play you a song and come back. It's a very short music, so don't go away. I want to drink I want to drink cold water here.
Yeah. Munega above. Ayevo. Chiso. Money finito. Your money finito. Your money finito. Your money finito. Ayevo. Your money finito. Your money finito. Your money finito. Your money finito. Oh yeah. Mulia kwe mungbayo. Mulia kwe mungbayo. Okay. Mulia kwe munjayo. Mulia kwe munjayo. Ay, baba la mufanya. La guerrero. Baba la mufanya. La rapeo, la mola mufanya. La guerrero, la mola mufanya. La rapeo, the Baba people coming, will catch you. Baba people coming, will catch you. Nobody like you, like I do. Nobody like you, like I do. Better days ahead, you enjoy. Better days ahead. I'm a prover, find a prover. Come a prover, from a prover. Come a prover, find a prover. From a prover. Your money finito. 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 Your money finito.
Okay, thank you very much. I told you I'm going to be very short, and I'm going to put the the call-in number. I'm going to put the call-in number here. Let me see. I'm going to put a call-in number here. Let me see if I can test my audio from this side. Once I test it and it's good, I'll be glad. And I'll be.
Here's why I threw away all my blood.
All right, it's good.
Drinking
it's good.
this before.
All right. So let me put the call-in number here. I will not take call from Grand Jada tonight. I will just go ahead and take call from America, and then that will be it for tonight. So The call number is there, right there. So those of you who want to make a call, you can just dial that number. You don't have to dial any any password or whatever, and then you'll be in here for me to talk to you. Okay, we'll engage the conversation. But I needed to tell you, first of all, I needed to tell you why Councillor Gongloe is the best fit to beat George Weah. I told you Cummings can't do it. I told you Joseph Boakai can't do it. But somebody must be able to do it, right? If I believe that Joseph Boakai cannot do it, and Cummings cannot do it, so definitely somebody has to do it. And so the person that is capable of beating George Weah to the ballot box is Tiawan Saye Gongloe, Councillor at Law, former president of the Liberian Bar Association, former Minister of Labor, resigned because of the inept of the problems in government, of the misstep of the government, former special assistant to the former interim president, the cleanest politicians to competent, qualified, respected. I mean, I don't even know what kind of description to give him. So for those of you who want to call, maybe you can see the number is 8. You can take a pen and punch it in. 805-706-5719. 5719. Again, it's 805-706-5719. Okay. AB, if you are listening, I want you to to let me know. I want you to let me know. I know we are live, but I want to be sure. There's something I want to say now that belongs to that has to do with Grand Jede. So I want to be sure right now that I am still live in Grand Jede. And we'll read your comments. I will read some of your comments. I hope you're not insulting anybody, but once you're not insulting, I will read your comments. It doesn't matter whether you agree with me or not. But let's see who can beat George Weah. So I talk about political constituency that can push any of the political candidates or the presidential candidate to the limit that will make it possible for you to beat George Weah. I will make it possible for you to beat George Weah. I have somebody already in here that will come to you in a little bit, my dear brother. So let's look at Councillor Gongloe, political constituents. You know, in Liberia, all of you know, tribal politics overtake national politics. People vote for people based on tribal line. Samuel Doe was voted 100% by Crown people, not because he was the best candidate, but they voted for him because he was a Crown man. They wanted to put their own up there. Their own should win. Jackson F. Doe. The Nima people voted for him not because he was the best from Nima, but they wanted him. Oh yeah, but he was one of the best. To be honest with you, let me not say that. I mean, they are all best, not the only best. Yes, that's the only thing I can say. He was not the only best, but Jackson F. Doe was one of the best Nima ever had. Okay. Unfortunately, peace to his ashes. And look, there'll be an honoring of certain individuals, and I think I want to suggest openly that we should include Jackson F. Doe name in the honoring. Councillor Gongloe wants to pay homage to certain people in the community, and I will be talking about it in a little bit. He wants to make sure to bring their name into limelight, to bring consciousness to their name. So that's why I said sometimes you're a politician, but if you're not smart, then your politics is dull. But Gongloe is not like that. This man, he is trying to bring the names of certain people, that certain things they did in the Liberian community, in the Liberian society, in our country, that they cannot be taken away from, that we cannot take away from them. So Councillor Gongloe said, well, we need to honor these people. We need to honor these people. And he wants to do more about it, maybe a scholarship scheme, maybe something like that in their name when he becomes president. So there's an honoring that is coming on right in a little bit that's supposed to take place. And some of the people their representatives are being informed. Their individuals, family members are being informed. I will come to that in a little bit, and I will call some names so you can know. And there are certain things these people have done that they deserve to be honored. And I think Justin Hebdo should be honored as well. And somebody told me Justin Hebdo name is already there, but I just want to make sure I say my piece here so that everybody knows. So I wanted to tell you, Councillor Gongloe is the only person that can beat George Weah. Now, first of all, talking about political constituency. Let me promise you people today, those of you who still believe that Prince Johnson will go against George Weah. 1 minute, guys. Hello? Okay. It's done? Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll come for it. Yeah. So, let me promise you. Let me be on record for God's sake. Most of you, Julius, I saw your number and you left. You can stay in there, but you know the show already, you know the deal already. So let me promise you, those of you who think that Prince Johnson will go against Councillor Tiawan Saye Gongloe, I will promise you that when Prince Johnson is voting that day, his ballot will carry Councillor Gongloe. Look, one of the smartest politicians in Nima County. Okay, AB will take call from Grandjada. We'll take call. We'll take AB want us to take call from Grandjada. We will. One of the smartest politicians in Nima. I don't care how you look at him. I don't care how you consider him. I don't care what people say about him. One of the smartest politicians in Nima is Senator Prince Johnson. And Senator Prince Johnson, because he's smart, he knows that when he goes against Councillor Gongloe, the Nima people will vote him out of office. This is Nima County chance for a qualified person that Nima can boast and say, we presented our son and nobody is like him in the race. Nima can boast of that. And Nima will vote against anyone who goes against their son. Let me tell you the history of Nima people. Not only Prince Johnson, they've been voting for 2 times, 3 or 2 times. This is the 3rd time, right? Not only Prince Johnson, they've been voting for like that. You know Joseph Cotto. Joseph Cotto came to America. He stayed a hell of a long time in America when he wanted to be president. That's the year he went to Liberia. No other county voted for Joseph Cotto. But Nima gave him 73% vote. This is a man who was not known in the Liberian politics. Who Nima people cannot put their finger and say, we know him. We know he is qualified. We know his competent. We know his character. We know what he has done in this country. They cannot put their finger on anything like that. But they gave him 73%. That's how Nimbaians are committed to their own. So when you talk about political constituency, Councillor Gongloe has it. Nima will vote for any George Weah and Gongloe go together any day. Nima will vote for Councillor Gongloe in the 80%. Me, I put it 80. Somebody told me 90 the other day. Somebody from Nima. He said, Gibson, we will vote 90% for our son. But I'm putting it at 80. In fact, you know what? I want to be generous. I want to be kind to all of you. I will put it at 70%. So you can say, well, Gibson, you too mean. Why you put it at 80% against George Weah? But let me put it at 70%. And the other 10%, it is an undecided vote. And their undecided nature is more leaning to Councillor Gongloe. So we're still going towards 80, right? But that's okay. Here is the thing. Councillor Gongloe, his mother is from Bon County. His mother is a born citizen. It's from Bon County. And the people in Bon County, they understand that their children, their nephews, their children that come from their mother, that come from other parents from different. Those of us who play in Bon County. I play in Bon County, Bella. I went all the places. I went to Fokole. I went all the places. I play with the places. In fact, at some point, I almost joined the Parent Society. Only one man stopped me. And the man was my friend's father. He said, my son, your parents are here. So if you really, really want to join this thing, I want one of your parents, your uncle or so, to come. Then I can send you there. Then I can represent you. But I didn't have anybody that who care about me. So I couldn't care anybody. That's why I didn't join the Parent Society. So I know Bon County villages than some of you ever dream about. Because I used to love the Pele people. I used to like them. I used to like their culture. Okay? I'm the only sinner who did not go inside when the devil came outside. Because of my love for the people. I'm the only crown man who did not go indoors when the devil came outside. I'm the only crown man who did it. I don't know any other crown man have done it. Because of the things that I was doing, so they consider me as part of them, and so they let me to be outside. Even though I didn't go to the city center, to the center or where the action was taking place, but I was outside. I'm telling you how I know born people. The born people, when their daughters born somewhere, and the daughter and your son, they take it very seriously. And that gives Councillor Gongloe another edge over George Weah. Now, George Weah will be depending on Joel Howard-Taylor, because after they treated Joel Howard-Taylor like nobody, after they treated her like she was nobody, now because the election is coming on, they want you, Joel Howard-Taylor, to go back to Bon County and tell the people, y'all vote for George Weah. When they mistreated her, when they disrespected her, when they sidelined her, when they treated her that she was nobody. But you think the Bon people now, they think they're crazy? You think Bon County, they put crazy in Bon County? They know how George Weah treated their daughter. So this time they're going to take an alternative. The only alternative that they can take is Councillor Gongloe. No other politician is close to Bon County than Councillor Gongloe. Your mother is from the county, and the people will look at their son and say, no, we don't want you, but we want somebody who's not part of us. I don't see it happening. That's another edge. Then Mosorado County, where Councillor Gongloe is most popular than any of these people. The man is well known in the student community. The young people know him more and more than any of these people. Then you say what? Councillor Gongloe is the only person in the Liberian opposition political system that can beat George Weah to the ballot box. I will take my calls from Grand Jide, and I will take my call from America. Let me bring on Julius Bantu. Julius, how you doing? Wait. Julius, are you there? Oh, wait. I don't know what's going on. Wait, Julius. Let me see what I got here. What am I doing? I set this thing up. Oh, Jesus. All right. This is it. Julia, are you there? Hello? Come here.
How you doing?
Oh my God, I can't hear Julius. Okay, Julia, 1 minute. I know why I can't hear you. Hold on. Okay, let me play a song while I bring in my callers. And AB, get set up yourself. I will be turning to you in a little bit so I can take some calls from Grand Jida. Let me play this song and I will be right back.
Me be so I'm into you. When you want it, me be so I'm into you. When you want it, me be so I'm into you. Ooh, no.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Yeah.
Connected.
The issue of the upcoming election with President Councillor Tiawan, Gongloe, Dalabo, Standardbearer, the Cummins, and Joseph Boaka. So let's hear you tonight. 080-102-102, 077815 2424, 077815
Come.
080-102-102. The numbers to pull you through right here. And then maybe ask questions. The questions going to be addressed. So you can now call and put in your questions. This question, good evening.
Yeah, hello?
Nia, what's happening? Come.
Yeah, your name,
Baba. Zero 080-102-102, 080-102-102, 077815 077815 080-102-102 are the numbers to pull you through tonight. You listen to Mr. Gerald here making analysis on the upcoming general presidential election in our country. Maybe you have questions that you want to ask, you can put your call through now. 080-102-102, 77815 2424, the numbers to put you through the program tonight.
Okay.
So we are still awaiting your call.
Let me take. Maybe I can go to Julius and I'll come back to you.
Welcome to my one number.
Oh, Julius.
Okay.
Okay. So Julius, keep going and coming. I think Julius, you keep going and coming. Julius, you keep going and coming. So call again, Julius. I can see your number, but I don't know what's going on.
So let's hear you. 0801021. Zero 0880102102 are the numbers to put you through right here on the program from the houses small plus 102.2. If you want to ask questions, you can put your call through now. Like you just listen to the analysis tonight. Maybe you have other comment to make, or you have questions to ask. You can put.
Welcome to My One Number. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait, and you please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Please announce yourself.
Okay, Julius, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. It's
Okay.
so difficult. How you doing, brother?
Well, thank you. I don't know, but once I'm not in and you come in, maybe there it can kick you out, but that's okay. But Julius, but those of you AB, maybe we just forget about taking the call from Grand Jada. Maybe they don't have anything to say tonight. Maybe what I said makes sense to them tonight, so they don't have anything to ice or say. So AB, you can we can go back and be live, and so we can just discuss with Julius. Let me see if Julius, 1 minute, just stay there. AB.
Let's see what we can pick up.
AB.
Let's pick up this spread.
Okay, let's go to AB.
Your name and where you call from? Your name and where you call from? Your name, are you getting me?
I'm not getting you.
Your name and where you call from? I'm getting you.
No.
Okay, let's pick up this spreadsheet. Good evening.
Good evening, John.
Your name and where you call from?
Papa New, I'm calling from Tiawan community.
Okay, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. My question to the studio here is, first of all, I must commend you. They're doing well. Time for election, they come and tell us, which day the other person is what is the best and what is the best. But my question is Mr. Gongloe or whosoever, Mr. Trump is taking to step election over his vote, like way Honorable Johnson did it, that is not or the best want to come. And and become president, or he wants to come and become president. Instead, at the end of the day, they begin to sell their party, they sell their vote, they sell whatever because they want to get second position in the government. Because they have been in demand, they have the highest vote, and at the end of the day, they were able to sell, Honorable Johnson were able to sell his vote, in which at the end, they got it split completely.
Okay.
Is he using that at the end to impress his vote? Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 080102102, 080102102, 0778152424, 0778152424, and 080102102 are the numbers to put you through right here. Ask a question, and Mr. Jerry is listening. He's going to address all of the questions tonight. You listen to the analysis here about the upcoming general and presidential election in our country, Liberia in 2023. So we have Weah, we have Councillor Tiawan Gongloe is coming. We have Alexander Cummings, Joseph Numa-Boaka, and you listen to the analysis. 080102102, 0778152424. So if you ask Mr. Jerry, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. And let me go to Julius Bunto to take some call from Julius. Julius, are you there?
Yes, I'm here with you.
Let me see. I don't know why is it low. I should be able to.
I'm getting you clear. I'm here.
Yeah, but I wanted people to get you clear. That's why.
Are you getting me?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Just hold on. Go ahead. Let me hear you.
Are you getting me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you for the show. So as I learned that you are also really in Green there, right?
Right now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. What I want to say to you, my brother, everything you say is on course, and nobody will even ask you for the fact that Councillor Gongloe is a clean person. He is very clean. He is very clean. But again, one thing I want us to take into consideration is that how many of us, do the majority will think like the way you're thinking. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying here is that I mean the masses. And I have this argument with my friend Iva. Iva to work for the CDC, promote CDC, you are the chairman.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, are you getting me?
Yeah, we're hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Good, okay. I think I was asking you to get more Iva to work from the CDC, you are the promote CDC, you are the chairman. You get more Iva, right?
Yes.
Okay. You are like, but Julius, you are a physician, and today you're opposing the CDC, and you see me with comments. Why can't you follow this with all kinds of comments? And to be for you, I was clear to him. I said, look, the thing that politics is about sympathy in your time. The politics is about his time. They don't feel for you because one maybe you went through a lot and they feel that it is your time.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look, I'm not going to tell the future of anybody. But I'm very sure that comments will have the future in our politics. But at this time, it is not always time. And guess what? Last night I was making a very avant semi-off video. You're getting me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you there?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Good. I got semi-off video. There was some opinion on Kerry Street. And I was just telling you to send me your WhatsApp number so I can send that video to play. And the opinion pool, Joseph Parker had 35, or President Weah had 5, and Cummings had 1%. So after I listened to this, I was like, well, this is the same thing I'm telling Amma. Because Amma very self has done a survey. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk to 10%, 1% will be there against Black. So that's what I said, just I commented, Black is getting more sympathy votes. The party struggle for the thing. They all try the party too. And that is sincere. I am exhibition, of course you know. But if you put me in the ballot right now, I will not vote George Weah. Because if we are doing relatively well to change the dynamic in the direction of our country, then we should not even be an option. And most of my friends were against me for this. And I told them, I see country above political affiliation. Where is NDP on today? Where is NDP today? Where is NDP? The party to be strong. Because we don't build institutions in our country. I hope you're getting me, my dear brother.
Yes.
So what I'm saying to you, I told you, as I stated, I spoke with Senator Johnson 1 month ago. I called him, if you want a phone number, I will send it to him. I called him and said, oh man, look at the way this country going. You think, if this is the kind of library you want to live with us, your grandchildren, you know what he told me? My son, Mato, what you want us to do? I said, John, I should be an awesome dad. He said, no, Cummings are gay. You know what I'm saying? Cummings will bring people here, they bought politics with our boys' children. Joseph Boakai get peacemaker in him. That means Joseph Boakai help wife, his man sick. You getting me? With my own brother, he's talking about worker coach. I'm saying it in Prince Johnson too. And if you want, I will send you a mama so you can confirm it for him. That's what I said that Prince Johnson will not support Gongloe because of the worker coaching. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Good. Let me come back to Nova County. That's in that where I say I respectfully disagree. The very first thing, the guy who won that senatorial election in Nova County, he didn't contest as a citizen. He contested as an independent candidate. Why it is true that CDC supported him on the ground. But the fact of that play is, the children that contested, they were all children of that soil. So up to now, I still have it open that the former VP can win or Nova County. As we speak now, most Rado, I beg you, as you have been driving around, please send me a WhatsApp number. I will send that video to you so you can play it tonight. I'm not assuming that video last night. You know what I'm saying? Most Rado right now, just like an apple for most Rado. The people tell me, the people tell most Rado. That's why I said to you, if you are following your opinion polls, Gongloe is a very fast species. Gongloe have a very clean record. Because Gongloe went into government, if it was corrupt, it could be one of the richest men today. But our people feel like that.
But Julius, for me, I'm someone who is very persistent. There are some things that people will not understand, but you have to continue to educate them. And even if they do not agree with you, in the future, somebody will say, but this man was telling us, or we didn't listen. Okay? At Gongloe, when he was born, they didn't write Liberian presidency on his back. The reason why he jumped in the race is because he wanted to offer an alternative. So if the people who believe that George Weah should still be president, in the future they will say, they told us that the man was not going to do this, but we didn't listen, and they will bear the opportunity cost. I know we were going to high school those days.
Let me say this to you. And then I also disagree with you. Look, anybody, I mean from the opposition there, that will go in the room of George Weah, you are the next president.
I'm afraid that cannot be said of Cummings. But you just said you just said this is not Cummings' time. You just said everybody has time. Everything has time. This is not Cummings' time. You come back and say anybody who goes with George Weah, you will win. That means Cummings goes against George Weah, you will win. I disagree. I disagree because, let me tell you why I disagree. I disagree with you. No, I come in, I will let you speak.
Let me know what you get me clear. I don't think I'm saying to you. The last thing I heard was anybody that will go in a second round with George Weah. Because the thing that everybody will be looking at is to see the direction of the country. I want you to understand me.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a room at the cross, and if there is the room to set the conflict, even if that won't
okay, Julius, 1 minute, yeah. Julius, 1 minute, Julius.
Yeah, come in.
1 minute. AB, do you have callers on the line there from Zwedru?
Not yet.
Okay, so we're going to switch. Just what you do, just go back to the live. Just go and do it live. I'm gonna leave your call from Zwedru, and I'm gonna join here. You guys see some people coming on, so we can get discussed, and then tomorrow we can take call from Grand. Tomorrow we'll have Honorable Harrison City.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got somebody on the line.
Okay, yeah, let it. Julius, please hold on.
Let's take this person, then we'll get back to
to
you.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening, how are you? I'm Princeton and that
Princeton, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate for the guest tonight. Today, the presidential election. Our people that are running as politicians, they are people that can be pulling us.
Okay.
Yes. They will come up and say, they are president this, or president that. And at the end of the day, the president who is there, that will be good. The president will be the work one.
Okay.
When we started voting for President Weah in 2005, we thought that President Weah was the person who will redeem the country. No name is the person who will fill the country into work area. You could imagine President who's supposed to sit down and think about the country problem, President up and down, carrying money abroad, carrying all the staff abroad to sit down there and enjoy themselves. While the citizens are suffering.
Okay.
And now the still get coming out tonight to say Councillor Gongloe will be the next good president of the country. How do you mean that then was a good person. Other thing, you know, he's not David that can be all given to other time. Okay. And they will be going, you know, they imagine from Kanto to Kwenje, it's only about 200 kilometers. It can be paid over 100 years. You know, something all the time, but after the time of election, they will carry a bit of activity. You know, the person will. Even us, may always be talking about Mr. Koli or Kumi. Kumi was the president for Coca-Cola for the World War. What he has done for the country? The time that he was president of Coca-Cola country. And he want to tell me that when he become president before he returned in the country. Back on the Coca-Cola factory president, why is he doing all this as individual? Telling to say yes, first of all, something I will do for Labro, or did it what he did for Labro, or what he did for his own thing. Or he wants to wait for president who is doing for himself. The sort of this thing they just there to be fully us.
Thank you.
So this man that will redeem us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm so sorry. We cannot take all the calls.
We can now go back to the video, right?
Yes, go back to the video. Go back to the video.
Okay. So, folks, this is it. Let's get back to Mr. Jeff.
Welcome to My One Number. If you are the host, press star now. Otherwise, please wait, and please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. Your input is invalid. Please announce yourself.
Okay, so Julius, are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm getting you clear. Yes.
Okay, very good. So we got somebody else in the line, but I'll let you carry your hold on. I want to get back to the screen. So okay, very good. We got other people. I got somebody else on the line, but let me come back to you. You're making a point that could be reasonable if Gongloe was not in the race. But if Gongloe is in the race, all of these people you're talking about, I agree with you that Liberian people, they probably don't vote on issues, but it's changing these days. It's changing little by little. Liberians are asking questions now. They're not just voting for people because they pull them by their nose. So go ahead and end your statement, and I'll bring the other individual in.
Okay, before we end my statement, I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, with Gongloe, because even the opinion pool I have, they never name one of the only 3%. Have you followed an opinion pool with Gongloe in it, and what was the performance in that opinion pool?
Well, I haven't seen any opinion pool yet that they involve him and the result came up. I think he just became Standardbearer. So when he was aspiring, they didn't want to include him. Now that he's Standardbearer, he's so candidate now. I believe subsequent opinion pool he will be involved, and I hope to see what's going to happen.
Okay, I pray that going forward, we get it involved so that we can see how our people feel. Because there's an opinion pool that I got. It was just, I think it was yesterday, they sent it to me. And it took place yesterday in Monrovia on Cllr Street. And in our opinion pool, the former VP have 35% that voted for him. I have the video right now. I will ask him for my brother to just send me what's the number. I will send it to him. And George Weah got 5%. The former VP got 35%. George Weah got 5%. And Kumi's got 1%. Okay. And most of the opinion pool they happen between the two of them like that. Most of them, you can see that the former VP is in the lead. And even in America, here, that how we can know that people are winning through those tools, through those testing and things. Those are the methodologies people uses here to around to see the candidate that people favor. So for me, what I'm saying here is that at the end of the day, most of the time when it comes to the second one, it will not be about who heard this person. Like I always say, the country interest will be ahead. And looking at the direction the country is going, look, I'm a citizen, I'm feeling with you. Looking at the direction the country is going as a citizen, if I go in the booth to do the vote, I'm not voting Weah. Because it's about time that we see country above political affiliation. The country is not going right. So for me, anybody, I know that it is difficult. It is not possible that we have a collaborative opposition in the first round. It's not possible. Everybody wants to try their strength, fine. Thank God that nobody will win the first round. But when we come to the second round, whether it is Tiawan Gongloe, whether it is Komizo, or whether it is VP Bwakayo, everybody should put their head behind that person so that we can save the country. Fortunately, our country will be completely out.
Let me tell you something, Julius. Fortunately, Councillor Tiawan Gongloe is committed to making George Weah a one-term president, and he will support anyone who emerges as a runner-up to George Weah. Unfortunately, I cannot say that of Joseph Boakai. I cannot say that of Cummings, because I can see a deep split. Remember Cummings in the last election. He said everyone else that was in the race were the people who brought problem to the country, and he asked all ANC people to vote for whomever they want. He will do it again. He will do it again, not only because you feel like doing it, but Joseph Boakai, if Joseph Boakai goes running up with George Weah, ANC will not support Joseph Boakai. If Cummings go against George Weah, the Unity Party scene will not support Cummings. They don't even believe that Cummings should be president right now. And this is the reason why they broke the CPP apart, because they see that Cummings had a future in the CPP, and they broke it apart. So no, Councillor Gongloe will support anybody who emerges, but I can't say that for the other two.
Okay, but I must say I have spoken to other leaders in the ANC too.
Yeah.
Like the guy who sent the video, I told him whenever he used to be in CBC before. And I asked him the same question. I said, but okay, looking at this, it's not working that we have a collaborative opposition. Will you support Gongloe if Gongloe going the run, or if Joseph Boakai going the run? He said yes. Because for me, when I'm praying for
Gongloe. All of them will support Gongloe. All of them will support Gongloe.
Brother, you in Liberian, right? You in Liberian right there, you see the situation.
Okay, let me hold you there. Let me hold you there and bring the person in. Let me hold you there and bring the person in. Yeah, let me hold you there and bring the person in. Okay? Maybe the person has a different dimension and you can participate with that. Let me go to 2338. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Augustus P. Flomo.
Okay, Mr. Flomo. Yeah, my own man Flomo. We are discussing the possibility of George Weah losing to any of the opposition political candidates. What do you think?
First of all, before I go into details, let me summarize what I'm about to say before. Let me get, just a brief summary before I even delve into it.
Yes.
If George Weah goes against Mr. Cummings, President Weah would be having second term, the next president. If George Weah goes against Joe Boakai, he will be president. And let me tell you why. And your logic your logic you are propounding, it makes a lot of sense. I don't know what kind of polls this brother has been watching. All the polls I have been watching, all the counties, most are everywhere. George is ahead, Joseph Boakai is second, and Mr. Cummings is in the distant third. So I don't know what kind of poll he's been watching. Let me tell you something. The confusion in the CPP, it was so bloody that these guys wanted to kill each other. Henry Costa has sworn to his mommy. And all the people in the CPP, all the people in the ALP and the Joseph Boakai supporter, they have sworn that Alex will never be president in this country. And I heard so many of them saying that if they leave without one day, I think George will go second round. They have sworn that if Mr. Cummings goes second round with George Weah, these guys do not want to see Mr. Cummings being president. And Joseph Boakai more than 400,000 votes the last time. Okay? So Mr. Boakai, Ome Boakai, he still controls, that is population-wise, he still controls a very large amount of our population when it comes to the voting, when it comes to voters. So the people in the ALP and the people in the Unity Party, they don't want to see Mr. Cummings because they feel Mr. Cummings give all this money, so their party seems the way, bulldozing himself, and trying to step on people because he's rich and he can go for sanctions, he can buy sanctions, he go to a rich friends, and he can take all the Unity Party partisans, and Henry Costa and the rest of the guy, they are angry. There is no way in the second round of vote, Mr. Comey, inside they said it. The same way, the people in the ANC, they felt that Mr. Cummings was giving some steam. He was getting more popularity. He was traveling all over the country. Today, Mr. Cummings, he has been given a bad name because they took him to court and he said his single document. So the guys who took Mr. Cummings to court, the Unity Party and the ALP, the guys from the ANC, they are angry with them. They are saying, okay, they destroy our political leader. They spoil his chances for being president. They disgrace this man. They drag him to court. You know what? If they leave what I want, I think George Weah will go second term. So you are right. I don't know where this bird is coming from, bringing this analogy. You are right. There is no way the ALP people will vote for the ALP and the Unity Party people will vote for Mr. Cummings. Should he go for second round? And there is no way. There is no way with the bloodbath and the deep hatred that the ANC people have for the Unity Party and the ALP and the ALP, there is no way they will vote for Joe Wakai.
Okay, Flomo, let me hold you there. Flomo, let me hold you there. Flomo, let me hold you there.
The safest bet.
Flomo.
The safest bet is Mr. Gongloe.
Let me hold you there. Let me hold you there a little bit.
How does he get to the second round?
Let me hold you there a little bit. I will come to that point where you say the bet is Gongloe. I want you to emphasize that because I know what you can say, but I want you to hold you there. Julius. Julius, I want you to respond to him.
Now, the reason why I'm saying
wait, hold on. I want you to wait. Hold on.
They have nothing.
Hold on. I want you to hold on. I will come back to you to speak that part. But let Julius respond to what you said. Because Julius disagreed with me from the beginning, but you came and even make it clearer for everybody to understand. Julius, go ahead and respond.
All right. My brother, the issue about politics right now, for me, I actually want to be sincere to it. I don't want to be playing the devil advocate in the U.S. But everything about me is Liberia. I don't want to stay here. So if I play devil advocate for Liberia, I do it to myself. Because all my investors are not people in it. So I am a civilian. That's how realist I am. But I'm going against my own party today because of bad governance and corruption. So let's be very clear here. You know, it's election. I will go in our pool as a citizen, and vote against George Weah. I'm clear with it. Because if you look at the situation in the country today, things are completely dying every day. Every sector of our governance or of government is failing right before our own eyes. So let us come to the table with sincerity. Every pool, even on the same pool you just quoted, every opinion pool that I've been held for the past 6 months in Liberia, I follow it. The party have been winning.
That is not true. That is not true. Stop it. That is not true. But anyway, I was on the floor and you don't want to interject. So hold
on. Let him finish. Hold on. Let Julius carry on. I will come back to you.
Yeah, asking Gerald to send me WhatsApp number. I will send it to him.
I already sent it to you. I already sent my WhatsApp. To you.
With sincerity, it's about the future of the country. So
but Julius.
Okay,
Julius,
1
minute, I'll come back to you. Hold on. I will give you a chance, bro. Yeah. Julius, the issue of discussion here, you said you disagree with me and said any opposition who goes against George Weah, the opposition will win. And I disagree with you because I don't believe that Joseph Boakai and Alexander Cummings will hold for the same way it will hold for Tiawan Gongloe. And let me tell you, Flomo, Julius is not just a sedition; he's also from Grand Grenada. He's one of the Grenadians who are disenchanted with George Weah. So he got two blows to strike. He's a Grenadian, a very influential Grenadian in America here, and he also is sedition who is breaking away and now going to vote against George Weah. But I'll come back to you, Julius. Let's go back to Flomo. Tell me why you said Gongloe can win.
Well, I'm not saying Gongloe can win, but he'll be more competitive.
Competitive. Well, that's the word I wanted to use.
This is why.
Yeah, why you think he would be competitive? Yes.
And this is it's very simple. All the animosity, bad blood, fighting, hatred, killing each other. The idea of this guy will never ever progress. That is between Joe Walker and Alice Cummings. Mr. Congo doesn't have any of those. So the Unity Party and the ALP together, they'll be more comfortable supporting Gongloe than supporting each other. That's a fact. If Gongloe were to go to second round with George Weah, the ALP people, the Unity Party people, all right, they say, you know what, my man, we just go with Gongloe because we don't want George Weah no more. But you can't say that when Mr. Cummings goes forward. You can't say that when Walker goes forward. The ALP, the Unity Party, and the ANC, they don't have any animosity against Mr. Gongloe because he has done nothing to them that is detrimental to their political leader being president. He's like a neutral person, okay? What this brother is saying, Brajero,
yes,
the country is going backward. The country is going backward. Liberia will give to Georgia again. Why is my country going backward? There is no Armageddon. Look, I myself here, I as Dr. Steve Flomo, if George Weah calls an Armageddon in Liberia, I will vote against him. But we don't have that, okay? Rice in Ivory Coast, rice in Guinea, rice in Sierra Leone is more expensive than Liberia. Do you know why? Because President Weah removed, he kept the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf tariff, and in addition to that, he subsidized the rice. So we sell that $13, $14. Okay, it's not Armageddon. What the President Weah do again? Now, my brother.
Hold on. You come on. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead, Flomo.
Okay, the gas tariff. President Weah, he still maintained that gas tariff that was removed from on a petroleum product that Madam Ellen put in place. There is 14 military hospital. There is wide school fees. There is university students. School fees. Our inflation has dropped from 31 to 7%. If the time inflation was 31% in 2018, 2019, it means that if you have $100 US, $100 in your hand, where if inflation was 31 US $100, okay? So, Mr. Jero, it's not Armageddon. The sky is not falling in Liberia. The brother is painting the picture as though the sky is falling. If the sky was falling, yes, maybe I will vote against President Weah. But is the government perfect? No. But it is not enough to vote against him. Mr. Gongloe, people from the ANC, people from the ALP, people from the Unity Party, they have nothing against Mr. Gongloe. So Mr. Gongloe would be a formidable candidate against George Weah than Mr. Wakai and Mr. Cummings. That's my analysis right there.
I have a question for him.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so if you think that things are good in Liberia, then why change George Weah?
I never said things were good. I never said things were good. Listen. Don't forget to vote. It is true that we live.
No. Let correct anything here. Let correct anything here. Let correct anything.
I never said things were good. I said even though things are not too good, but it is not Armageddon. The way you describing it, like the sky is going to fall. Everyone should run away. So there's judgment. The situation you're painting is so dark and dire that everybody should get rid of Georgia. That is not the case.
Flomo, let's say some. Hold on, guys. Let's say some. Flomo.
That's the information I'm getting. What is the level of corruption in the government?
Hold on, guys. Julius.
I think Mr. Jerry talking away.
Julius.
I think Mr. Jerry saying something away.
Julius.
Yeah.
I want you to wait. Let's set some facts because the guy talked about Liberian inflation dropping to 7. I don't know. Yeah, I'll get you later. I don't know where he got the information from, but I'm on the World Bank index. World index, like Liberia inflation indicators, and the consumer price is 581 index price. Liberia is the highest in the West African sub-region. Full inflation is now 0.98%. Inflation rate for housing is 252. Inflation rate for for people women who are working is 6.48%. The inflation rate for transportation in Liberia is 931. Where you got it 7% from? We're not existing. Where you got it from? I just want to set a record straight, Flomo. I know you are a strong talker, but this one is not right.
Okay. I will do my research and post it on your on your website right now.
Okay.
It's 7.27%. It dropped from 31.
Okay, send it to my.
Send it to my 2018, 2019, currently it's 7.27.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. We got new person here. Hold on, Julius.
Yeah, but
Julius.
Julius.
Julia, I want you to listen because I don't want to be screaming above my lungs. We got some. Oh, the guy left. So somebody was in, and I wanted to bring the person in. But let me give you a chance, Julius. Okay, wait. Julia, I want you to give you a chance to make your parting comment because I have to leave. I got 2 more minutes. Let me give you your parting comments, and then I'll go to Flomo to give a parting comments.
Okay, to respond to him a little bit.
You can use your 1 minute to do that. You can use your 1 minute to do that.
You can see it. You can see the impact on the life of the people. You can remember when Tiawan came up and said they have surplus. How can you have surplus on paper and you cannot pay civil service? Look at the life of the people over there. Do you know that right now, those in the diaspora, do you know that we're going to pressure right now from calls from friends and family members?
Okay, Julius. Okay, Julius, I'm going to bring you again. Julius, I'm going to bring you again. Thank you very much, Julius. Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Julius.
Because for me, what I believe in, it is on paper that it reflects the life of the people. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And
yes, and let me answer that, man, and I will close here.
Yeah. Julius, thank you. Julius, thank you. Julius, thank you.
Look at the houses George Weah and he put associate building. Look at the mansions. So it is clearly seeing and showing that this administration is viable.
Okay, so I muted Julia because I needed him to listen to me. So I want you, because I'm out of time. I run with time in Liberia, so
I don't think he's hearing you because you keep talking. I don't think he's hearing you.
Yeah, I don't think he heard me. So you can go ahead and give your final comments.
Yeah, so based on what he said, let it reflect in the lives of the people. There was this guy, I think it's James Cllr, Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton, I think it was either an economist or something like that. He said, is the economist stupid or is the economist crazy? They have thrown all the money against the economy, but still was not doing well. They did everything. Barack Obama built he built out the auto industry. They have stimulus. Barack Obama did everything. The economy was not still kicking. The economy is difficult. When you put all that money in the economy, do everything, taking fiscal and monetary policies, it's difficult for the people to feel it in the pocket. But at least they will feel a little bit because the price is still low because of the tariff removed and the subsidies. Okay, gas is still low because of the tariff and the subsidy. So it is, again, it's not Armageddon. The brother who said, let me answer his question and now I'll conclude here. He said, how can you have surplus, but then you can't pay for it? It is possible. You can have surplus within a particular budgetary year, in a fiscal year. You can have surplus. But it does not mean you are not owing for 30 years ago, 29 years ago, 25 years ago. So all those years that you are owing, that constitutes the national debt. You can owe $1 million, but in a particular fiscal year, in a particular budgetary year, you can have surplus. Is that surplus enough
to pay all
your debt? No. So you can still owe.
Thank you very much, Flomo. Actually, I'm going to extend an invitation so we can debate the issue because I want to disagree with you on some of these things. I'm out of time. Thank you very much.
All right, no problem.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's why I disagree with Julius. I disagree with Julius. I mean, not Julius, Flomo, because it doesn't have to be Armageddon. I should calm down before we make a decision to move on. There are issues in Monrovia. I always tell people George Weah had lost the mandate. He forgot the purpose for which he was elected by the common people of Liberia. There was a reason why they chose him over every other people who were better, in my view, who were more purposeful, who were more a planner than anything else. But they chose him because they thought he would have done better for the Liberian people. He forgot the cost. And so we'll be discussing, are we bringing people who got diversion of opinion against me, and we'll debate the issue. Today, they call in, so I cannot debate them like that. So I will invite them so we can debate the issue. But I want to say thank you for all of you who are listening. My man Joe Merlinberg, thank you very much. We're going to have, let me just make an announcement here. There'll be a fundraising for all those who are Gongloists that live in the Midwest. There'll be a fundraiser, a target of 100,000, and we are going against the East Coast. So we want you to come out week after next Saturday. Is it week after next or next week? Week after next Saturday in Minneapolis. We'll be in Minnesota, and we're going to join all Gongloe groups in the Midwest. We want you to please join us. I'm on the radio.
What time?
So I want you to join me. Join us and be with and make sure that next week. It's next week. Thank you, Joe. It's next week. Next week Saturday, I will be there. Then not this Saturday. Next week I will be there. We'll raise the fund to make sure we support Gongloe. This is what we are doing. We make sure we raise the money and give it to the person who we believe can change Liberia. It is not the other way around. That somebody bring their money and they say they're supporting us for him to be our leader. Then when he get there, when he's still, then we don't have any question to ask him. We are raising the money. We give it to Gongloe. He goes to become president, and we question him. We support you to be president. Is that what you're going to do? Then we'll have voices. Thank you very much, Grandjada. Thank you for all those who have been listening to me. It's a bye-bye from me. If you don't hear my voice, it means I'm playing a video for all of you. Thank you, Abraham. I will call you right after here. Thank you very much.
KZ, DJ Flex.
Can you speak English? Take me to your mama. I don't want no drama. Come to the people now bring my heart. I know you can face it, so teta with my teta. Because they not play high. See, tita don't innate you. Right on the Malay high. I was standing asking people, Ada, tell me if I die. Ada, tell me if I die. I ain't crazy, I met you right, yeah.